Hello, our My Story friends from around the world. How are you, everyone? Happy Monday. I'm JC, your class monitor today, and welcome everyone to join us on our daily life guided meditation sessions, Well My Story. So today we have Monk Daniel as our teaching monk. So let's putting our palm together to welcome Monk Daniel together. May we invite Monk Daniel to open the webcam. Okay, let us pay respect to Monk Daniel by bow 3 times. Let's bow. Second bow and third bow. May we invite Monk Daniel to begin the sessions today.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone again. It's a pleasure to see everyone coming back. It's a new month, right? New month, new Monday, new week. So hopefully we can continue our meditation journey together, even as we go into the new month and make this month an even more happy and peaceful and better month than before, and continue to be better and better. And also, hello to our Spanish speakers as well. Buenas noches from Thailand, but it's probably buenos dias over there, right? Good morning. So we are already in November. Before we know it, it's gonna be the end of the year. It's a very fast year for some of us, even though in this time of the pandemic, it may be not as convenient as before, but hopefully with the meditation, it can help you to pass the time with more peacefulness and happiness than before. Because, in the past, before the pandemic or before quarantine and all of that, we don't really have enough time to spend to meditate, right? But now we have more than enough time, right? Hopefully we have more time to meditate in our, they say that sometimes it's not always safe to go outside, but it should be safe to go inside when we meditate. Our mind and our inner world should be a nice place to be. So hopefully through the meditation, it's becoming more, you're being able to realize that and connect to that happiness inside more often. So I notice most of us are the same. Some of us are some new people. So welcome everyone. And nice to meet everyone. Today, I wanted to just review some tips. I think most of us already know them and are still practicing sometimes. But for the veterans who've been coming all the time, and also for the new people, I think it will benefit both of us to remind ourselves too to do it more often, because as I know in my journey in meditation that it's always helpful to have someone to give you advice and remind you to check that what you're doing is the right way, or give you tips, even though you heard that tip so many times. But it's funny, I don't know if you are like me, that sometimes when we meditate, we forget to do the basics, and sometimes we forget the tips that we learned, and we go back to our old habits because, it's hard to change habits sometimes, But that's why we meet each other every day on Mind Stories, to help us to remind ourselves and to come back. So today, one of the easiest, I guess you can call it homework or tips to practice throughout the day, is, Lumpal would say, is to practice to as something as easy as smiling to others, smiling to yourself. First you have to be able to smile to yourself first before you can smile to others. And hopefully from coming to Mind Stories all the time, we are able to smile easier than before. I know sometimes during life we may tend to lose our smile, right? Or we don't want to smile because we encounter hardships. But I realized for myself as well, there was sometimes like way back before I became a monk, I remember when when I was little, I was about 7, and when my father passed away, it felt like one of those moments of when you lose your smile and you don't want to smile, and you almost don't want to smile. But luckily, I learned about meditation at that time, and I learned to find happiness inside too, and find my smile again, and be able to smile with, like, truly smile, be happy from the inside. And Lum Paul would say, like, your true smile is inside of you, at the center of the body, or the point of peace within. And when you can connect to that true smile, you're going to smile from within, and it's going to come out onto your face. So if you ever find yourself not being able to smile, it's a good time to go meditate. Find your smile again. Find your happiness from within again. And you're going to be able to smile without even realizing that you're smiling. So that's one of the first tips that you should try to, if anyone's been joining the other programs, like with in our temple, one of the programs suggests us to smile at least 10 times a day to someone, whether it's in your work, you're in your family, or anyone you see. It's just a reminder to keep you positive, and a reminder to spread your positivity to others. So I recommend that you try to do that throughout the day. At least 10 smiles a day. And for those of you who want to do more than that, please do so. The more you smile, you're going to feel the tension going away on your face and also in your mind. So I recommend that at least 5 to 10 times a day, try to smile. And if you feel like you didn't get enough smiles into the day, you can come to Mind Stories and smile one time, but you smile to 50 people right now. So it's already, your homework or your exercise has been completed already. So that's the first thing that I would like to remind us to do, and see how that helps your mind. I love the quote that is you may have heard it before, but in this world, let your smile change the world, not the world change your smile. So it's your smile from inside that you find in meditation, that is the smile that can help to change the world. And maybe not change the world right away, but it can change the world, or change a day for someone around you, spreading your positivity. So please try to do that. Another tip to practice throughout the day is to have, this one else actually goes in hand with smiling, is practicing endearing speech, or having positive speech to others, giving compliments, being grateful, saying thank you, those kinds of things. Spreading nice words and kind words and encouraging words to others. This will help your mind to stay soft, to stay bright and clear, and to be relaxed. So, because when we speak, before we speak, we are the masters of our words. But after we speak, those words are our master now. So you have to be careful what you say to others. You have to be very careful. If you say something, it's very hard to take it back. And the first person to hear it is ourselves. Before we say it, right? It's in our mind. And when it comes out, we're going to be the first one to hear it. So if we say something nice and positive to others, it's going to make our mind more positive and nice first. And then it's going to touch their mind too. So this is also physically from our smile, and then also verbally through our speech. So this will help if we do that throughout the day, when we come to meditate together, like tonight, or whenever you come to meditate together, you're going to realize that it's going to be much easier to calm your mind down, and it's going to be just a smoother meditation. So these 2 tips. And the last one to practice is, we actually talk about it pretty often, but to not treat meditation, don't just meditate when we come to meditate, but try to have mindful moments throughout the day as well. So whenever you feel, for most of us right now, we are kind of professionals, right? When we meditate, we understand that we have to have the balance between conscious and calm, or being mindful and relaxed together. Correct? We understand that we have to look at that balance when we meditate. Well, why not look at that balance outside of meditation too? Treat it as a lifestyle, okay? So don't just look at calm and conscious when you meditate, but also are mindful and relaxed when you meditate. But throughout the day, also look at that. Do you feel relaxed right now? Do you feel mindful right now? As you're working, as you're talking, as you're driving, or whatever you may be doing, do you feel relaxed? Do you feel calm? Or do you feel burdened? Do you feel stressed? Do you feel uneasy? When you feel like that throughout the day, instead of continuing what you're doing, pause, stop for a moment. It's not going to hurt you. Pause for a moment and recollect your mind, rebalance yourself, and practice the meditation that you've been doing together as we've been practicing together. Do it then. Do the same thing that you do now. Take a moment to, as easy as take a deep breath, bring your mind back, and just relax for a moment. Clear your mind for a moment. Make sure your body is relaxed for a moment. Take a mindful moment. And once you feel calm and relaxed again, you can continue doing whatever it was. And this is something I practice myself very often during my, as a monk as well, because our temple is very large and we have many different activities and missions as well, other than meditation. And sometimes it can be, we have different things to prepare, and even with studying or preparing for exams or preparing to teach or something like that, if I feel myself like burdened, or I feel myself not relaxed anymore, I automatically take a moment to come back and recollect my mind before I do whatever it is. It may seem like, at some times it may seem like maybe it's wasting time, or we want to get that thing done as fast as possible. But if we take a moment to pause and make sure our mind is in the right place, the thing that we were doing is actually going to come out better than continuing to work with a unhappy mind or a stressed mind. So it's almost like taking a break to continue what you're doing later, but when we come back to doing it, the final product is going to be way better than when we worked with an overworked mind, or an unbalanced mind. So just to review, is that try to smile as often as you can, at least 10 times a day. Anyone who wanted, have extra credit and want to keep smiling, keep going, that's fine. The other one is to have mindful moments throughout the day, as well as enduring speech. These three things. So try to practice positive speech, mindful moments, and spread your smile. But before you spread your smile, try to smile to yourself first by finding your smile through meditation first. Finding that inner contentment, that happiness inside first. And then it's going to be way easier to do this. So just some tips, if you want to call it homework. Okay. But I don't know if it's going to be stressful if you have homework, but it's think of it, right now we are all in kindergarten and we have some homework to do to make our meditation better. And there's no penalty, there's no anything, but to see how it goes and try to remind yourself. Another extra, I guess I'll give you an extra tip today, is that, life is very busy and sometimes it's hard to be mindful. Try to use your environment to remind you to have more mindful moments. Or it will help with that homework in the end, where have mindful moments. Meaning that if we have technology, it may be easier because you can kind of like set an alarm for yourself to to remind you. But for me, I don't have a phone, right? So I don't really have the benefit right now to let's have like a mindful minute vibrator, to vibrate every once an hour or something like that. I would like to have that, but in the future. Right now, what I would practice is I try to find something around me to remind me to meditate or remind me to check myself. Am I mindful right now? Am I relaxed right now? So what I do is, like, for example, find something around you that is a good reminder. For example, for me, it's easy because in the community I am in, everyone's wearing orange. All the monks around me are wearing orange. So whenever I see orange, I try to check myself. Am I relaxed? Am I mindful? Or it can help me to think of, for example, to think of Luang Pu or think of our great master, or help me to remind myself to think of the Buddha image inside. So that's one thing that helped me. So every time I see orange, I'll take a moment to check myself. Is my mind mindful? Is my mind relaxed? Or one of my teaching monks, he also said that whenever he sees anything made out of glass, or anything clear, for example, like glasses or a window or a mirror or something that is reflective, like glass, clear like glass, he will also come back to think of the crystal ball or a crystal object, just to, again, help to remind yourself to practice visualization or come back to the present moment. These are all just using your environment to practice meditation, or remind you to practice meditation, to be mindful. Another thing that I also heard someone do, and I also tried doing for a while, is putting a dot, like just taking a pen or a marker and putting a dot on your hand. Because we use our hands all the time, right? To open a door, to write, to check your phone, to drive, or whatever it may be. Every time you see the dot on your hand, hey, think of the crystal ball, think of the Buddha image, or bring your mind back to the present. So these are all ways to help remind you. Or for those of you who have phones, try to set a timer throughout the day for yourself to, okay, whenever this timer goes off, I need to take a break, or I need to put everything aside for a moment and recollect myself. So these are just some ideas. Feel free to let me know if they help in the future. Next time we see each other next Monday, I will see how it goes for everyone and just try it out, and we'll see if anyone feels better or it makes their meditation easier. Especially, you're going to see the benefit now when you come to meditate for a long session. Because anything, as we know in meditation, or as I've realized in meditation, it's something that you really need to do as consistently as possible. Because the moment you stop practicing, or the moment you stop looking after your mind, it goes back to the old habits. It goes back to before we started to train our mind. And we should try to make it more normalized in our life to look after our mind, which is something that luckily all of us here are understanding that more, but many people in the world don't understand that. And, when your body is dirty, when your face is dirty, you automatically want to go wash your face. You want to go take a shower. You want to clean yourself, right? What about your mind? If you feel your mind not calm, not relaxed, your mind's dirty, try to have the same reaction and try to practice to clean your mind when you realize that your mind is dirty. So just a reminder that we should try to practice throughout the day as well. And for those of you who haven't been practicing, no problem. This is day one, and we can try to continue and remind yourself. It's up to us. It's up to us. Is it going to be one day I'm going to start practicing, or is today going to be day one for me to practice? It's up to you to choose. So please don't procrastinate to look after your mind. We can begin to do it more often starting from today. So that being said, let's take some time to meditate together. And after the meditation, if you have any questions or comments or would like me to expand on anything, please let me know. But before that, let's take some time to adjust our body and prepare ourselves for the meditation. So like always, before we start, no need to rush, okay? Take a moment to check your body. Make sure that before you start listening, you're still relaxed. You are in a comfortable position, wherever it may be. And myself included, I need to take a drink of water first.
Sorry, no sound. You need to unmute.
Let's take the time to make sure that our body is in a comfortable position. Please, please don't rush. Even though you've meditated many times, or this is your first session, it's always a good idea to check, to allow ourselves to get in a comfortable position that we can maintain easily and relaxingly. Whether it's we're sitting on the floor or on a chair or wherever we may be, the key is to be relaxed. And when you are ready, and only when you feel ready, you can close your eyes softly and gently, naturally, as if you were going to take a nap or go to sleep. Try to think of this meditation as a time to truly relax, to rest our mind and our body, because that's the true goal of meditation. If once we've closed our eyes softly and gently, we no longer need to use them. So we can simply forget about using our eyes. Because in meditation, we don't see with our eyes. We see or we experience the happiness inside by using our feeling, by simply relaxing our body and our mind. So let's take some time to make sure that our body is relaxed, is released of any tension, any tightness, because we've worked so hard throughout the day, or even just waking up. So let's take a moment to check our face, our eyes relaxed, our eyebrows, as we put a small but content smile on our face, as if we are welcoming and embracing the relaxation of relaxing and releasing down to our shoulders, arms, and toes, fingers. Relaxing from our head all the way down to our toes. Just a final way to relax and release is to take a deep breath all the way in and all the way out. Breathing in deeply, slowly, allowing the feeling of calm and relaxation to rush in, covering us with relaxation and calm, spreading throughout our whole body. Even when we exhale, feeling that relaxation and that calm coming out, covering us, embracing us. Like a warm blanket where we feel comfortable and safe. Or like a cloud of relaxation and comfort. As we relax our body, just by simply relaxing, you may notice that our mind is becoming more calm as well. The more we relax, the more we begin to disconnect from our body and reconnect with the happiness, the peacefulness that is waiting inside, waiting for us to look inside. All we need to do is to put everything in our mind that may be a burden or worry. Put everything aside for a moment. This is not the time to plan, to worry. Because worrying only takes away today's peace. Let's invest this time into ourselves. Allow ourselves to be free from anything, from everything. Making sure that our mind is in a better place, in a positive place, by simply relaxing our body and our mind. When our mind is clear and bright, positive, everything else will work out on its own. So let's take the time to relax, to release, using whatever method that is easy for us to use, that we are familiar with, that we can do simply and easily. whether it's to imagine an image like the full moon, the sun, or any image that we enjoy. Imagine it like something you would love, just like you would imagine your mother's face or any family member. Not worrying about the clarity of the image. Because it's just a tool to help us to stay mindful and relaxed. Imagine it however and wherever you like. As long as it's relaxing and calming. It's completely normal to not see it as clear as we would see something on the outside with our eyes. Because in meditation, in order to see, we use our feeling. And through our feeling of relaxation, the image will get clearer on its own. Just give it some time. Be patient. Or if the image disappears, we can simply imagine it again. Or for those of us who enjoy just to use the mantra, we can repeat the mantra in our mind to help soothe and calm our mind back home, like a lullaby, soothing a crying baby, repeating softly and gently, Sammaraham, Sammaraham, Sammaraham. Or clear and bright, clear and bright. Or we can simply just relax, do nothing, allowing the relaxation of our body and our mind to calm down gradually, naturally on its own. The relaxation we feel now is the key to help our mind become more still. So all we need to do, and all we need, is to stay relaxed, to be conscious and calm, to appreciate what we have right now. Don't worry about what's missing. Don't compare. Allow ourselves to stay in the present, contently and patiently. The moment that we stay present with contentment, enjoying the relaxation we feel right now, we are on the path to more and more happiness. Don't worry about the destination, but enjoy every step we take in meditation right now. Every step in the meditation should feel easy, relaxing, calming. And as we continue to walk step by step inside, before we know it, we will get to the place, we will get to the point of peace within. It's already inside of us. We all have it. We all have a gift inside. All we need to do is stay with that present. Stay with the present moment. And the gift of happiness will open by itself. Just allow yourself to relax, to let go. And even if we don't see or feel anything right away, it doesn't mean we are practicing incorrectly. Even though it may be dark, by relaxing, the darkness in our mind will begin to fade away, bit by bit, little by little. And just like any night, eventually the full moon will begin to rise. As long as the clouds in the sky disappear, all we need to do is to remain patient, remain calm, and the clouds in our mind, the wandering in our mind will also disappear. And we'll be able to see and feel the inner happiness inside, shining like a full moon. And just like the full moon, it shines its brightness onto everything and everyone. This inner happiness is inside of all of us, no matter where we are from, as long as we still and calm our mind, we'll be able to find our inner happiness. And through that inner happiness, we will find our inner smile, our inner brightness. And that inner smile, that inner brightness will begin to shine from within, eliminating all the darkness in our mind, all the negativity, all the greed, anger, delusion will melt away and disappear. So let's continue to just simply maintain our feeling of relaxation of both body and mind. We have everything we need to succeed, and every second that passes by, our mind is becoming more clear, more bright, more positive. Just trust in yourself. Trust in how you feel. We know for ourselves if we feel relaxed and calm. And just follow that feeling. Allowing it to grow, to expand, taking us deeper and deeper into the happiness waiting for us inside. And at any moment where we feel strange, feel like the meditation is becoming harder, or we lost the feeling of relaxation and calm of both body and mind, please take the time to adjust. It's okay to adjust. The sooner we come back to being relaxed of both body and mind, the sooner our meditation will continue, and we will be connected with the relaxation inside again. So let's continue to meditate together in silence. that our mind is more calm, more peaceful, more positive. We may notice that we have found our inner smile at the place of peace within, at the point of peace that is within all of us. Now that we found our inner happiness, our inner smile, let's share this positivity. Let's share this smile shining within onto our face and continuing to expand to everyone around us. Because simply relaxing our mind has helped our mind to become more positive, more bright. And this positivity that we have generated within us has the power to attract positive things into our life, positive people, situations. And now that we have a smile from within, our smile now has the power to change the world, starting from those closest to us. As we smile to ourselves, as we smile to our family, to our friends, and to everyone in the Zoom, continuing to spread our positivity, our good wishes, by wishing for everyone to be healthy, happy, to be successful in whatever they choose to do. May all beings that may be suffering, may their suffering disappear and be replaced with happiness. For those who are already happy, may their happiness continue to grow exponentially. Please take a moment to wish for everyone to also have the opportunity like us today. Because many people in this world have lost their true smile, but they all have the chance to find it again by simply coming to meditate, relaxing and reconnecting with that inner happiness that is inside of all of us. So let's take a moment to continue to spread this positivity together. As we come towards the end of our session, even though it's the end of the session, doesn't mean it's the end of our meditation. Even when we open our eyes, the meditation inside can continue. The relaxation, the calmness, the purity, the positivity will still be there. So when you feel ready, you may slowly and gently open your eyes. For those of you who want to continue to meditate, please continue. And when you feel ready, you may open your eyes, opening our eyes to a more calm, refreshed, rejuvenated, a more beautiful and bright world. Still maintaining your smile, your happiness as you open your eyes. Welcome back, everyone. Hopefully you feel more calm and more relaxed. Was anyone able to find your happiness inside, your calmness inside? Please press 1. Okay, Esther, 1. Very good. Jesse, Nari. Okay, everyone. Oh, very good, very good. Hopefully you found your smile inside, your inner happiness, and hopefully that smile will stick with you for the rest of the night, rest of the day, and rest of the week, and the whole month. But at any time you find your smile fading or your happiness fading, remember you can connect to it again. Before we continue, let's take a moment to share your inner peace smile as we take a group photo together.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. And we'd like to invite every one of you to open your camera. We are going to take a group photo together. Okay, let's smile. Anyone to join us for photo sessions, you may open camera now and give us your most beautiful smile. Smile big. Okay, thank you. So you have any questions that you like to ask Mang Daniel, you may send it to the chat box now.
As we're waiting for, okay. It wasn't from, as we're waiting for the questions or comments, just to remind you that or I would like to check. Okay, we have a question already. How do I know my body is relaxed? Good question. And actually, Bree-san, correct? Bree-san, ask yourself how you feel, and listen to your body, listen to yourself. Actually, if you feel that relaxation of your body, is it like you will feel that you would want to continue to sit. You will feel that you're not in pain, you're not, numb, you're not, for example. So if you feel like you can sit and you're not bothered by that position, that means your body is relaxed enough to meditate. And if we can connect with the calmness and relaxation of our mind, we're going to get even more deeper, and we're going to almost, I know some of you, if you ever had the experience where you don't even feel your body anymore, right? I think Jesse had that experience before, or many of us, I'm sure, have had that feeling. So for Bryson, if you feel that your legs hurt when you sit, your legs are folded, please change position. It's okay. I know we've seen many pictures and learned about meditation, and we see the images where people sit cross-legged or sit in lotus position, or you can use any position, really. It doesn't really matter about the position in the beginning. Ideally, if you can get to the image that we see, of the Buddha sitting, or of people sitting in lotus position or with their legs folded, that is the ideal position to meditate easier with consciousness and calmness. But sometimes, because of our physical limitations and our flexibility, we have to start with the position that's easy for us first, where we feel relaxed. And like you said, I tried in a sleeping position, right? Or you tried sleeping. You can also do that if you are, for those of you who are in extreme pain, or for those people who are sick, sometimes the only position we can meditate is sleeping in that position. But ideally, if you aren't in enormous pain, or you're really sick, I recommend you to try to sit up. And you can sit up with a pillow at your back or leaning against the wall. It's up to you, whatever that can help you to stay relaxed. And then we can work on the conscious part and the mindful part later. But the first step is try to get your body relaxed and listen to yourself. You're going to know for yourself that you don't feel relaxed. And if you don't feel comfortable, please adjust. Please adjust. From Jazz, I had trouble connecting to my inner happiness. Does it have to start with yourself, or it can be developed in other ways? You may not feel like a rush of happiness right away, but that inner happiness is inside of all of us. And how can it be developed is simply just trying to relax your body, and through that relaxing of the body and calming of the mind, we can, and as long as we stay content with the feeling of, even though I know when we start, we don't feel like immense relaxation or immense happiness. It's only going to be like a neutral feeling in the beginning, where it's not happy, it's not sad, it's just almost like nothing, where we feel neutral. That's the beginning point. And if you feel that way, don't be discouraged, because that's the starting point of a good meditation for many people, myself included. You just feel neutral. There's nothing like amazing happening, but it's just a neutral stillness. And that's the start, and that's going to take you to the inner happiness, the deeper happiness. Can you relate inner happiness and subconscious mind? I would say that the inner happiness is already in our mind, if that makes sense. It's just that it's been covered up by so many distractions and so many in Buddhism we call it defilements, whether it's greed, anger, delusion, all the negativity that actually everyone is born with and has inside their mind. And I actually like there's many cultures that explain it as well, that I like it a lot. Like in America we have Native Americans, and one of their stories I heard before is like the two wolves inside of you, the good wolf and the bad wolf. And the story goes like, if that wolf, the one that you feed the most, is gonna have control in your mind, right? If you feed the bad wolf a lot of food, it's gonna get stronger and stronger and stronger. If you feed the good wolf lots of food, it's gonna take over in your mind as well. So it's very similar in Buddhism as well, as we have good and bad in our mind. And if we focus on the good is going to get better. If we focus on the bad's going to get worse. But in all of that, if we get rid of the bad in our mind, that inner happiness, it's in our mind, but it's covered by just like the full moon, or even let's say a full moon night. Sometimes even though it's a full moon out, you don't see it, right? Because it's covered in clouds. And it doesn't mean the moon isn't there, it just means the clouds are covering it. And once the clouds disappear, we're going to see that full moon. And the inner happiness inside is similar to that. It's in our subconscious, it's in our mind already, it's in our consciousness already, but we can't connect to it because it's covered by negativity, or it's covered by clutter or confusion, or we're just not calm. But when we calm our mind, we're going to connect to that inner happiness. Just like water that's not still. If you want to see your reflection, you need to make that water still first. Our mind is similar to that. From Helen, why feel sleepy always? Is it working on the days? Tired, restart many times. It's okay. At least you can relax. Don't worry about it, Helen, that you feel sleepy always when you meditate. At least be happy that you can relax. And, some people have hard time sleeping, anxiety, or many people have difficulty sleeping. So at least it's not hard for you when you meditate. It's a good start. And you said you had to restart many times. That's also really good. You are able to know that you're drowsing, you're drifting. And you can tell the balance between being conscious and being too calm, being too relaxed. So if you can find that balance and understand that balance, and you find yourself adjusting, that means you are becoming more and more professional at meditation. So be happy with yourself that you are being able to adjust, even though you may fall asleep. And yes, it's because sometimes it's just physically we are tired. Like right now, you are joining the session at night, right? So it's at the end of your day. So I'm sure it's not every session, different sessions are different for us. Morning can be better, afternoon can be better, late night can be better. It depends on the person. So try to, next time if you find yourself very tired coming to the night session, like you say always, try to see how you can prepare yourself before we start to help you to be more alert, be more mindful for the session. So maybe if you can take a shower before, or maybe you can have some warm tea or anything to help to wake you up, or even take a nap before the session. That's fine. But maybe you will fall asleep long, but depending on you. And also when you actually start to meditate, I would recommend you to use a method other than just relaxing. I would recommend you to visualize or use the mantra just to help increase the mindfulness some more. So hopefully that helps. From Jazz, thank you, Monk Daniel. It's my pleasure. Hopefully these tips will make it easier for you. From Kitty, thank you, Lumpy Dan. I had an emotionally uneasy day today, but after this guided meditation, I feel better and more relaxed. See, these are the comments that I'm happy that I had the chance to be here today, and it's actually one of the reasons why I look forward to Mondays. so we can help each other to feel better. And also, I also feel better after we meditate together. So I'm glad I can help you. And please remember that any time during the day when you feel uneasy, you don't have to wait until now to come and meditate. If you can, try to find some time also to meditate. Don't have to wait to Mind Stories. But if please come to Mind Stories if you still haven't connected to the happiness or relaxation. From Esther. Thank you, Lumpy Daniel, for the session. I got one question. When I was sitting on the floor, sometimes I develop pain in my teeth. I guess it's tension. However, it was not unnoticeable. I still felt very relaxed, very calm, and still comfortable and peace. Want to keep meditating till I reset for other reasons. The pain in the tooth then became noticeable and gradually expanded to other parts of the body, ear, or head. The pain feeling, however, seldom appeared when I was sitting on the chair. Would you please advise? Thank you. Please advise. Thank you. Yes. Usually when you have pain in the teeth or you're clenching your teeth a little bit, it's usually because we're deep down inside where we are trying a little bit in our meditation, meaning that we are almost haven't released all the tension yet when we started. So that's why it's very important when we adjust the body to not rush. Because even though, like sometimes for me, when I meditate, for some reason, I like to be like, I always have tension in my arms. I don't know if it's because, or shoulders sometimes. So I have to, even though I've meditated so many times and I know that to relax, I find myself sometimes I still have tension in my arms, or sometimes I still have tension in my shoulders, or sometimes I even have maybe I'm clenching my jaw. So it's always good to take your time in the beginning to make sure that that tension's gone. It will creep up on you, but obviously for you, you were able to let go of that tension and not notice it and connect to the relaxation and comfort. And then, but after you get out of the relaxation and comfort again, you get back to noticing the pain, and then noticing, obviously, once you started to notice one pain, you're going to start to notice all the other pains in your body. It's very normal. When I had similar experience, not only in meditation, but, in my temple, when we have the Tudonga or the pilgrimage where we walk many hundreds of kilometers in the sun, and it's very hot, and it's, we're carrying all our stuff. When I can get into the meditation walking, I don't feel the heat, I don't feel the weight, I don't feel tired when I'm inside and I'm relaxed. But the moment I lose that connection, and then I start to notice, oh, it's really hot out. I start to notice the sweat, start to notice the uncomfort, everything. It's going to all come all at once. So that's why you can see for yourself that if you can connect with the relaxation, you're going to be able to forget about the other things. So that this is very normal to happen. So don't feel discouraged. It's just that actually you should be really proud of yourself that you can disconnect from that pain and ignore it and get to the relaxation. So to make a short answer, even though it's kind of a long answer, if you feel, next time I recommend you to take your time when you are adjusting your body to make sure that everything is relaxed, truly relaxed. Hopefully that helps. From Bryson, I have anxiety disorder. Does meditation help? Yes. If we practice correctly, it will gradually help anxiety. And the key thing is we practice correctly. What is practicing correctly? It means we have the balance between being conscious and calm, being mindful and relaxed throughout our meditation. And every second that we feel mindful and relaxed throughout our meditation, the anxiety or the whatever negative feeling in our mind is going to slowly go away. And it's also about consistency too. It can definitely help. And I'm sure it will get better. I had some people I knew in the past, as well as when I went to overseas. I went to Portugal, and I had a lot of kids come and meditate. Not kids, like teenagers, like 16, 15, 14. And yeah, a lot of people have anxiety, and it's strange because most people don't know how to deal with it. But luckily for you, you're starting to meditate, and it's going to get a lot easier, and it's going to get better. So please continue to meditate. Please continue to come and join us when you have free time. Okay, there's a lot of questions. Hold on. From Dan. Once closing eyes, I saw a crystal sphere waiting at the third base of the mind, but I let go of the experience. Then the crystal dropped down vertically. I rechecked my physical body to get relaxed and stretched out fully. So the mind was in a deep trance, still blended with the air. I didn't feel anything through the thoughts of some experience. Kind of something moving or startled like a rhythm. The mind let go too, maintained relaxed, content, and neutral to the end of the session. Very good. This is the key to all that experiences. Throughout every experience, you remained relaxed, content, and neutral during the whole session. That's the key. So anything that's occurring, it's all occurring because you were able to stay relaxed. And keyword is neutral, meaning that whatever you see, again, the thing that's making it occur is you're being relaxed, you're being mindful. Those things are together. So that's like the switch, turning on the experience. So whether it's the crystal sphere, whether it's whatever image you see, the pro at meditation doesn't pay attention to the experience right now. Right now, whatever thing you see, focus on how you feel. Like you did. You did it correct. Focus on how you feel and just keep going with the feeling. The images will pass by. Lom Pa would say that treat yourself like you are a how do you say? Like a passageway where everything is passing like we are water and the water is going through us, and whatever is going to pass through us, let it pass through us. Don't pay attention to what you see. And even for myself, my teaching monks and Lom Pa and everyone, they would guide us to not pay attention to the details right now. Don't pay attention to the image too much. You can notice it. I'm not saying next time you see something like, oh no, don't look at it. But just notice it and continue. If that makes sense. If you see it, like you're driving, when you see something on the side of the road, you don't hit the brakes and look at it, right? You keep driving. So it's the same thing in meditation. If you see something on the side of the road, you can acknowledge it, but continue to drive and continue to meditate. Meditation is very different than seeing with your eyes. Seeing inside doesn't use our eyes. It uses your feeling. And on the outside world, we need to turn to look at something. We need to squint to see it clearly, or we need to get, something to adjust our eyes to see it clearly. But in meditation, you don't need to move. You don't need to turn around to see the image. If you just stay still, the image is going to come to you, and it's going to get clearer by itself. That's the different. It's completely different when seeing with your eyes. And we will realize that more as we practice that. Actually, if you just stay at the center, or the place of peace, the point of relaxation that you feel, the image is going to get clearer on its own, and it's going to you're going to see the details automatically. This may be a little bit deeper for some of you, but for now, whatever you see, just stay with the feeling, stay with whatever you feel relaxed, and the experiences are going to increase on their own. But very good. From Pam, happy session today. Maintain my mind in neutral mode even though it's a busy day. Felt relaxed and peaceful. Thank you so much, Lampi. Yes, that's already a success. Just like 10, where you can stay neutral, you can get into that neutral mode. That is like the hugest achievement already in meditation. Whether you had any happiness or not, or had any like intense experience, just being neutral and being able to stay neutral, be proud of yourself that you can do that. And that is like the base of meditation. And the more we practice, we're going to be able to get to that neutral mode anywhere. I like to think of it that inner peace doesn't mean that everything around you is perfect. It doesn't mean that you're not going to always be in a situation where everything around you is going to be perfect or still. But even though everything around you is hectic, you can still stay peaceful inside. That is what makes you a good meditator. So if you were able to do that even with a busy day, so that's very profound already that you can do that. Okay. Sorry, 1 second. From Ruba, I am so stressed these weeks because my life schedule changed. How can you help? I have so much responsibilities that I'm not used to. Okay, great question. I use the technique from my great master Luang Por. He would say that if your mind is clear and bright, you will achieve anything successfully easily. So the first step, whenever your life is hectic, your schedule changed, make sure that your mind hasn't changed to be hectic and stressed too. And I know that's hard to do in the beginning, but now that we know how to meditate, next time, before you, all the responsibility, we have so many responsibilities, right? But the first responsibility we should look after is our mind. Because if your mind is in the right place, all those other things in our life are going to fall into place. They're going to fall into balance. But it starts with your mind. If your mind is stressed and you continue with all the responsibilities and all the work, you're just going to compile the stress and it's just going to get worse. So now, next time, please try to look after your mind first and try to, it doesn't mean that you don't care about your responsibilities or you're neglecting them, but put them aside for a moment and come meditate together or meditate by yourself first for 10 minutes, 30 minutes. Those responsibilities aren't going to disappear. They're not going to go anywhere. So just put everything on pause for a moment and look after your mind first. Look after your mind first next time. And you're going to be able to manage everything easier. You'll notice it for yourself. Once your mind is less cluttered, once your mind is more clear and more bright, you're going to be able to manage everything easier. So hopefully you can try, okay? Try to put your first responsibility as your mind. And then the rest of the responsibilities, you're going to be used to them automatically because your mind is in the right place. Your mind is more happy, more positive. So yeah, someone said that I realized that meditation helps me calm down. Like listening to someone guide in meditation helps me to stay calm. And for me, for them, it's impossible to meditate without guidance. So yes, in the beginning, it's very helpful to have someone to listen to in meditation because even though you may not follow the exact steps, it's kind of like white noise, or it's kind of like a noise to help to keep you calm and help you to check, are you mindful? Because you can hear the voice. Some people, they meditate and they're like, hey, why is the person leading meditation, why is it silent? Or where did his voice go? It doesn't mean I stopped speaking sometimes. It's because your mindfulness is gone and you fell asleep. So it's just a way to check as well. And in the past, I also had that problem. Luang Por would lead meditation and I would hear the first 5 minutes of, okay, close your eyes, adjust your body to be relaxed. And then the next thing I know is the end of the session. So it takes time. And obviously, if you can come and join and lead and listen to the guided meditations in the beginning, when we're starting to learn to meditate, it's very helpful. even for me, I've been meditating for almost 20 years and 10 years as a monk. I still benefit from listening to guided meditation from Lone Paul or from other teaching monks because it's just a reminder of the right method. And sometimes we get off track and we fall off and we go back to the old habits. So please continue to join and listen to the guided meditations from all the monks, and I hope it will help your journey. We're just about out of time, but from Lei, I usually have great ideas, answers to my problems during meditation. Does this mean I'm not relaxed during meditation? Even I feel so calm after that? No. If you have like a small idea and you can you acknowledge it and you can let go and continue to meditate, that's fine. Only when if you have answers or ideas and you get lost in them and it continues and continues and continues. Sometimes that happens to me. Like I have to plan a session, or I have to have a speech I have to give or something like that, and I meditate. Sometimes the speech comes into my mind and I should say this, I should say that, and it just keeps going. In that case, I would recommend you to adjust and get rid of the thoughts first. But if the thought comes up and you acknowledge it and then you can let go and then continue to meditate, that's fine. And that's probably why you still feel calm after the meditation, because you can come back to the being calm. And ideally, if you find yourself the first situation where you have a lot of thoughts, even though they're good thoughts, I would write them down. I would have a notebook next to me and write them down so I don't forget, and then forget about them and then continue to meditate again so I can be more still. So that's just a suggestion. But yes, it's actually one of the benefits of meditation is that in the silence there's many answers. But after we get the answers, we need to continue to stay silent. And we're going to get even more answers and then even more knowledge, but we have to stay calm and relaxed, and it's going to come, all those ideas are going to come up. But once those ideas come up, we also have to let go and become still again, if that makes sense. Okay, so we are just about out of time. Thank you everyone for joining. Hopefully everyone got some tips, and please don't forget the tips I gave in the beginning, and let's see how it helps you, and I'll see you next time. Thank you everyone.
Thank you very much, Monk Daniel, for wonderful sessions today, and thank you every one of you for joining us together. So please bring more friends to join us together so that we can expand our group to meditate together to create more purity. So lastly, let us pay respect to Monk Daniel by bow 3 times. Let's bow. Second bow. And third bow. You may remain your palm positions while listening blessing from our teaching monk.
So by the positivity generated together in this meditation and in every meditation in the past, and all the positive things you have done in your life and in the past, may that positivity help to attract positive people, positive situations, positive opportunities into your life. May your clear and bright mind be able to overcome any obstacle, any darkness in your life. May you be able to meditate easily, attain the inner peace within, and maintain it throughout your whole life. May you continue to be healthy, continue to be safe, and continue to meditate every day.
Sadhu. Thank you very much, Monk Daniel, for the wonderful blessing. And we'd like to see every one of you again tomorrow. Bye-bye. Have a good day, every one of you. See you all tomorrow.